All right, so this is my long-awaited review of my Off the Topper clone, or Off the Topper clone of Heady Topper IPA. So I'm doing a side-by-side comparison of the two, and as you can see, this is the Ultimate Heady Topper original, and this is my clone. The biggest thing you'll see so far is the colors way off. Now, just a couple things. This is Northern Brewer's extract. 5-gallon batch. So extract certainly is going to give you, I think, a different color. I think the boil, I guess, is different. I am no Alchemist brewery. So the color is completely off. First, Heady Topper. Hopefully everybody out there has had it before. Probably is my favorite beer of all time. I'm lucky enough to get this from a coworker who has a friend that comes down from Vermont, and it supplies me with four cans every probably couple months. So I thought this would be cool to do a sort of a comparison side by side. Heady Topper, citrus, pineapple, dank, sort of piney, just amazing. As you can see, the smell, hops is just oozing out of this. Here's the sip. If you've ever had this before, you know what I'm going to say. It's absolutely amazing. It's so well balanced. I mean, there's so much hops in this. That finish, though, is just smack you in the tongue of like biting into a juicy hop. But it's not so overpowering that it takes away from the rest of this beer. It's so well balanced. It's amazing. This is really a world-class beer. So trying to make a replica of that was a bit of a challenge. Again, this is Northern Brewer. Some of the particulars on this beer. Again, the grain bill, of course, was 6 pounds of gold malt syrup, which is a 15-minute late addition, 2 pounds of gold dry malt extract, and 2 pounds of wheat dry malt extract, and then 1 pound of Brew, I think it was like a candy sugar at the flame out. And then especially we had 12 ounces of some Baird's Light Karstein malt that we steeped. The hops, this is the long thing here. This is ridiculous. I've never used a hop shot. There's 2 hop shots that you put in right at the boil. I've never done that before. It was interesting. As soon as you push that into the boil, it smelled amazing. So I thought that was pretty neat. So there's 2 hop shots, 2 ounces of that, which was really interesting. Let's see, what else did we have for the hop grain? 2 ounces of Simcoe, 1 ounce of Columbus, ½ ounce of Apollo. That was all at flame out. And then once the wort is cooled at 180 degrees, I put another ounce of Columbus, another ounce of Simcoe, another ounce of Amarillo, ½ ounce of Centennial, ½ ounce of Apollo. You get the point here. A ton of hops. That was real difficult doing this by myself, getting all these hops in there at the right time. And then I dry hopped it with 2 ounces of Simcoe, 1 ounce of Columbus, 1 ounce of Amarillo, 1 ounce of Centennial, and ½ ounce of Apollo. Amazing. I used a yeast starter on this. So that was the first time I did that. I think that helped. The original gravity rating was 1.075. And I used a blow-off tube, thankfully, because it was vigorous. I kept it in the primary for 2 weeks, put it over to the secondary for another 2 weeks, and then cold crashed it. Did use a ward-off tablet. That certainly helped. This is a really, really, really clear beer. It came out great. I've gotten great reviews. Full disclosure, I've had this probably on tap, my keg grader, for about a month and a half now. Everyone loves it. It's a great beer. Is it Heady Topper? No. But here you go. Cheers. First off, smell. Again, you get all those hops that come through. It doesn't smell exactly like Heady Topper, but this Off the Topper from Northern Brewer smells amazing. And that first sip, the hops hit you much more up in the front on this, whereas this really is in the back of the finish. This is right up front. It's a hop bomb, but it works again, just like Heady Topper. It's very well balanced. The malt still shines through. You're getting that very dank sort of piney, but also that sort of pineapple citrus flavor on it. Really an amazing beer. Really, really enjoyed brewing it, and I still have a little bit left. It's been in the kegerator for about 2 months. I brewed this in end of March, It is now end of June, so April, May, June. April, May, June. I have it for 3 months. So this is almost kicked. I figured I'd do it right before it's kicked. I thought this was a cool thing to do a comparison between the two. Next brew up I have will be my first lager from Midwest Brewing, which I think is the same as Northern Brewer, to tell you the truth. That's why I have to wait for this to be kicked, because I'm going to use a kegerator to do the controlled fermentation. First time I've done that. So I'm hoping to brew that sometime in the next 2 weeks in July, and then I won't have a review till October or September when it's ready. But fingers crossed I can actually do something like a lager and pull it off. I've done all stouts and IPA, all ales so far, so I've never done a lager beer. But again, back to this beer. This is the Off the Topper from Northern Brewer compared to the actual amazing Heady Topper. Not quite the same, but still a darn good beer. If anybody has an opportunity to brew it, I say do it. You will not be disappointed. Cheers.